There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The brothers giving us here the promise of death. The work of my life without again.
I lyrical
Master.
Clear police who make you. I can't ask it if you been you. Say my journey, Tina can ask my jamo. And he's a no money. And I you. And he love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I didn't ya to money. And I said ya to money. And I can't play ya to money. And I could do ya to money. And I didn't ya to money. And I said ya to money. And I can't play ya to money. And I could do ya to money. And I forget it now ya to money. That's the baby. And I forget it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talk it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lusa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat, Sano to Backbaloo, from Maryland, Bonkan to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Indeed, folks, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to all of you, our followers, our viewers, and well-wishers. Today is Wednesday, from our fact. Yeah, sometimes we have to start on a very low pace because that's the only way that we will get a zeal to move on at the end. But again, people, we back since last evening. For matter of fact, yesterday was Tuesday, right? Having to be the 12th of May, and today is the 13th of May. For matter of fact, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to all of you. We're back on the farm. You know, yeah, where we come here to tell you about some of the birds. You know, on the farm, so many things happen, right? I don't know about you, but on the farm, there are a lot of things that happen on the farm, especially our mothers and fathers who are doing the kind of I don't say marking and farming, what kind of farming they are doing. You know, they hand to mouth farming that they're always into. You know, when you go there, you will see a lot of things, a lot of birds eating their crops or eating their rest, eating their all the things that they can put on the ground to come out to, you know, to turn into food for us to eat and so forth. Then you will see either if you're not groundhog eating the cassava, or you know, every time they go on the farm, yeah, they are stressful. Every time, oh, some of you maybe you haven't experienced this kind of life. But our people up interior, they struggle, they suffer a lot. Yeah, it can be easier. When you go on the way we on the farm now, on the farm, up my ears are hurting. My head hurting on the farm because when you on the farm, there are a lot of things that happen on the farm. Other people are there doing all kinds of things, especially when it comes to people who are doing illegal things. You know, on the farm, no animals now. Still that eat our crops or our mom and dad crops, eat the rice, the quick commons and so forth. They are not taking it the right way. So if you see the way the animal can spoil these things, yeah, I know some of you now say, yeah, maybe one or two, you carry my mind, but that's true. When you wake up in the morning, then you go on the farm, you see the rice, and for example, the rice, if you see the way the birds, I'm be there, hey God. What time we graduate from the other? Yeah, look, I can remember once upon a time. Yeah, when we were, much. Yeah, we were into the farming business. When they found one money, yeah, I look at my life all as a father. God, every time you got, the farming by itself is a long process. You have also to show people what we're doing, some of the opening and so forth. The farming by itself is a serious process, and the process is tedious from the beginning up to the time you will get the rest to even eat. If that rest you'll be eating or some kind of potatoes or cassava or so forth. It's tedious. So when we go on the farm like that, you're waiting for the birds and the rain falling. Yeah. The only time you ever go for research, let me tell somebody today. The only time we used to go for research for the birds is that when the rain, in fact, the rain should be heavy though. Heavy rain to fall. But if you got them they deal there, yeah, they know. That the one you gonna let us see. I will look here, like you know how we looking. We don't let us see any loopholes, especially the politicians. They don't let us see any kind of loop. No, they can just be that they just the birds all on the farm. Well, again, that's it. Well, evening, people help us try to show. Let me say happy birthday to my own little princess. In fact, my mother, today she celebrated her birthday, Mailing Kula. To the mark of 2 years, thank God, give her to us, our mom and myself. I believe we've been doing everything possible through the help of other people, family members, relatives, and friends, and the SKTV people. It taking care of that little kid, it's not very easy, but God is there because, sometimes my whole arm can be anything when I come to work. You're not even know some of the things I'm going to be going through. I will leave blowing her later. I will tell Deb because she can't sleep with no power or electricity or current. So that bring that in the simplest form. When no current, many can sleep. I will leave blowing many until day. So that myself when I wake up now, I already you tired. So that's why you see sometimes we can our healing and just be here because of the whole country stress. But again, people will back. Today is Wednesday. Going to be so interesting. So many things happening. Politically, distractions, so many things happening, man. The distractions coming, I also bring Mr. Dishu on and the rest of the other people. While you help us share the show, people, let me recognize you of you, Nora Oaks. Thank you for joining us. Anna Taylor, thank you also for watching. David Williams, all of you who are watching, please help us share the show. The show will be interesting this evening. In fact, it will be more than interesting. Distractions, it can help. Yeah, it can help. Let me tell you about distractions. It's just about in a human form. They say the people that who can drink, the drunkards. Let me just bring it in the simplest form. That will call, you gotta get wise thinking. So the drunkard, what they can be thinking? The drunkard, when they have problem. That they know very well that the problem is just over. If somebody put to that turn into zokos, that is today that can take in drugs, that taking drugs. These are some of the things. They think that they can easily face the problem to solve the problem. So the only way they can maybe go according to them to get rid of the problem is maybe by turning into a drunkard or by turning into talking about drugs person. Then our whole problem will go away from them. Now how the drunkard, how they can think. They will be thinking about drinking liquor will solve their problem. So they will get drunk. They will get drunk until, when they wake up and the next day, now they see the problem still exists. They say, well, I try again, I drink the liquor again so that the problem can go away. So in short, those of you who are government supporters and looking for distractions, thinking that maybe the problem, maybe by the time you bring in some of the distractions, I mean, the problem, don't waste your time. Yeah, don't waste your time. It's just the drunkard parable or maybe scenario that I just gave that the whole life look. But again, we have so many things to talk about, ranging from what happened last evening. It's not evening time or yesterday afternoon or so forth. Yeah, I think it's evening before because at the time we saw that with one of our sisters who also chipped in on that because that had to also do with social issues and other political issues with so many attacks coming from one end, and that easy. Social thing, let me tell you about social thing quickly, but I think Mr. Dishu. I don't know why Mr. Dishu is said already. Yeah. Okay. I think Mr. Dishu is set already for us already. But social thing, let me tell government, our government support us. Anytime when there is social thing, enough for you. The only thing that the social issue can do to government or for government at that moment, like for example, the way the water situation is around here, then I for sachet of water, even though some of the people there they don't even get in between the sack and all the sachets and so forth. They just people just here. But anyway, if it's $10 at this moment, and so the social issue come up, the only thing it will do at that moment, maybe that 1 hour or 2 hours, you will see the people, the social media will be flooded with the social issues just for that moment. After that, they go back to the same uh, maybe topic that they were discussing. So if you're looking for topic, you're looking for discussion, you're looking for destruction, you're looking for this, you just hitting your own head for no reason. Because at the end of the day, we will still come back to where you don't want us or maybe to talk about, or maybe place you don't want us to go. We will go even the 10 years, we will still go back. But again, good evening, Jim David, Vincent Junior Bar, Flexible General. You have us share the show. Same, but AB already. Yeah, Mr. Dishu. I don't know
Yeah.
what I ready. Okay, good to go. Thank you, Mr. Dishu. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, good morning, and good night to all of those that are listening to Sktv this evening. We hope to bring out what we know, and mostly our messages, our ideas, and challenge the obvious, and we expose the hidden, and we push for the people to think deeper into what we see, how they can be able to affect, put things in the effect from what we see. So until you put out the agenda for today, I'm willing and hoping to give my opinion on what is going around in social media. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Dishu. AB also, yeah, wow, that's great. Yeah, so let me welcome Brother AB first. I gave some of they got an update back home because the country is just getting noisy with a lot of distractions and so many things happening along the way. So yes, maybe we may let them continue from what we stopped on yesterday and add up with another 20 national issues of the day. Then we'll move on tomorrow by the grace of God. But so far so good. I think we will continue from where we start because it's getting juicy day by day. But brother Abi, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. What say you, my dear brother?
Mabel, how you doing, old man? And let me say good afternoon to my dear brother Dishir. It's unfortunate, guys. I will be in between because I got to do the people job, man. Yeah,
I know it ain't
you see,
easy.
you see me how busy here, oh man. So I got to do the people job. So in between, I will jump in between to as we progress. Okay.
Wonderful, thank you. At least even for
Okay.
you to even be part alone is quite sufficient for us because our people they are willing, and in fact they can't wait to even listen to you people every evening, especially coming here to talk about national issues, not personal attacks. We are not here to attack anybody personally as to which type
Yeah.
of food, which type of clothes you wear, but we talk about national issues. So our people, they are
Yeah.
always in their mood, strong mood to join us. But again, but Ali is here also. And welcome to the everybody, your friend, brother. It will be interesting. But Ali, what's up, my brother?
I know, right?
Because you're looking fresh and ready today, you're sounding so sharp.
Uh,
Good afternoon, Mr. Connor, Mr. Dishu, Maybon, our listening audience and followers. We are here again today. Glad to be here. Aliyu Masari. Yes, thank you. We are here
Wonderful.
again.
So yes,
Ali,
so
good to
that's
hear
good.
from you, man.
Yeah, so let me just give some of the latest update, then we'll move on to maybe to the social first because today is Wednesday. We'll just chip in then tomorrow when Steve comes. Then we'll go more deeper into some of the other social issues. But again, the government of Liberia, according to information, have already given up the national identification card or process to Austrian company they call it OSD, which of course a team they will be now responsible to print the national ID card, and that also spark up mixed reactions for the public that I think our government are also seeing some of our own thing that Liberians back home supposed to do. But again, government the government. So they finally, but we are still waiting for all of the full reports coming from the government because the information that we are getting, we haven't yet getting the full conclusion from the part of the government. But these are all information I'm getting that in the national or the NIR will be turned over now to the OST, which of course we don't know when that will start. But again, apart from that, last evening when we were away after our show, we found the social media were flooded with one of our sister who also been tough talking, been talking about national issues pertaining to our government. The allegedly people have been accusing her of into so many something. And at the end of the day, the government propagandists they fly with so many informations, and that spark of misreaction from the public that indeed she has some issues, social issues that have to do with she and her husband. And we've been getting this kind of unconfirmed report that she in this state of divorcing and so forth, back to back. But there are a lot of posts coming from prominent women out there who are also condemning some of the attacks towards our sister Morale Yakula that indeed she into some form of getting out of her womb or walking out. That means she may likely divorce anytime soon. These are confirmed reports that we are getting, and that's part of mass reaction. So the government attack on this, or the government supporters, they are seriously on this issue. Why other prominent Liberians, especially our mothers, also say no, this is not the right way to go. And also last evening there was this information that the ANC political leader also appointed new COS, that is the chief of office staff, but according to latest reports, that information was false and misleading, that at no time that the ANC political leader on the B. Cummings ever appointed any COS. So that means that information that was flying last evening on the social media by the propagandists of the government supporter are all false and misleading. So yeah, again, the country is still the same. The water price. On today, the Ministry of Commerce started to visit some of the water facilities. That means they are now accusing the water companies of hacking the prices, even though the water companies said that they only added 15, I think, Liberian dollars because they used to sell the water for 75, and now it's $90 per a sack. That is the 30 pieces of the water that can be into now something that is 30 sachets rather. So yeah, that also sparked a major reaction. People shifting blames, government also government supporters shifting blame back to back. And in other news, yes, the president will soon be in country after his visitation in Nairobi, Kenya. He will soon be back anytime soon. Yes, I think that's the information that I'm getting, that the president already in country or almost here. Yeah, so again, yeah, apart from that, the rest of the team and now the follow-up, there are other news in passing. As we go along, we will update you any other update. But so far, so good. These are some of the truly national issues of the day that are making airwave in Liberia. So, but Aliu, more, Mr. More, Mr. Connor, another Mr. DG, maybe we can start off with the the social aspect, because it's both social and political that have to do with Mariah. Even though her names, her family name are all on the internet, and people having their own say, there are a lot of misreactions from the public. Others are condemning, while the government supporters, they are also bullying. And also, I think in passing, the presidential press secretary also, I think she have her own mixed reactions on that, condemning some of the attacks coming from the government supporters. So I don't know what say you people before moving forward to another discussion about I just want to just pass you with this. So I don't know what say you, Mr. Monk, but Aliu, um, AB, another Mr. Dishu.
I think this is just a pure propaganda, a scandal that they try to put out to demoralize Mariah. And I think Mariah had made a lot of great contribution in Liberia that we have seen physically, and she represents herself. Now, there's nowhere, no part of the world rather, that people that get married don't divorce. So is this going to be the first case, or has it turned it to be a political stunt that will try to bring her down or something like that? Because that is what I'm thinking about. Because the resentment from the public, a lot you see on social media will tell you that it's a propaganda scheme that they try to set up against her and her affair with her husband. If the two people decided to get married, okay. If they decide to divorce, I don't see any harm in this because that is the world. That's how the world goes around. So they should be able to think better and be more mature into their critiques against her. Because if this was the first time it ever happened in Liberia, then we all will be talking about it. But I think it's not to my taste. That's all I can say.
You
Well,
know,
good.
Mabel,
Yeah, yeah, go ahead, brother AB, go ahead.
let me just add up to that topic real quick. I don't work around my office to do this. But, until you guys start be thinking out of the box here, United Party and their surrogates, their propagandists, they will continue to play on the minds of the people like this. To be fabricating these stories, those are all diversionary tactics. Because when they know that when they are under the water or they are under the pressure from the people, then they want to divert. Mariah Yakula, she's a reputable young woman in that place that they know the level of political gravitas she holds and how much she brings to bear on the United Party. So to go into her personal life, I don't care about people's personal life to be talking about their marriage and everything. It has nothing to impact the lives of the people in our country. When people are literally queuing in for water, water of all, even during the heydays of the war, bullets were flying over people. You never had people queuing in for water like this. And all of the missteps politically, these guys will come up with the fabricated stories. The first thing, maybe, I know you brought this to my attention last day, but for the fact that Mr. Cummings, they made up a story that it's like a make believe talking about Mr. Cummings immediately appointed a CSO, which of course they came on and debunked it. By the way, even the very Mariah, I vividly recall she came on the program before to state that she's no longer chief of staff of Mr. Cummings, and now she's an executive of the ANC. So for them to make up that story for you to believe it and to divert your attention from this kind of horrendous government activities, especially the plight of the people, I'm not going to buy into their shenanigans anymore. This is their mode of operandi. That's how they operate. They will divert, and the whole day they put you into a different cycle. They want you to be talking about from topic A to topic B, and they take your mind from the actual situation of the plight of the country. So the personal life of people is really none of my concern here. If this woman decides she got married yesterday, she wanted to divorce today, that's she and her husband's business. But they want to defend this young woman because they know what she brings to bear. This is a very astute woman, highly educated, young woman, intelligent. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's no pushover. Neither is she a dummy for anybody to play her intelligence. They know what she brings. So maybe on that topic, I become mute. They got nothing else to sell. So they want to insult her any way they want to insult her. That's their business. Insult become the order of the day for these propagandists because they got nothing else to sell to the people. All right? So it's good that Mr. Cummings and others came up to even clarify that portion of appointment. Now, if you bring a story and that is disputed vehemently, in itself, it renders the entire propaganda irrelevant. That's what I wanted to add on, man.
Well,
Like I
yeah,
said,
thank
guys,
you.
I'll be a little bit busy in between when I'm quiet.
Yes,
I
no
can be
problem.
proceeding
Even
in
though
between time, okay?
in passing, we'll also look at the Samuel 12 Wahala that stayed deeping. Sorry,
Yes,
maybe I didn't
yes,
get it
yes,
part through with that. Yeah, Samuel 12
yes.
Wahala that stayed deeping today. The asset recovery and property retrieval team today again. They have to
They
send
invited
another
him, yes.
communication to Samuel 12, requesting his presence of, or in fact,
They invited
informing
him. They
him
invited him.
for
Yeah, they
an
invited him. Yes.
investigation. So again, we'll look at that, Babalalu. What say you quickly, my dear brother, before we move on from that discussion?
Thank you, Maybon. Thanks to Mr. Dishu, Mr. Connor out there. I think we are all on the same path because this is just another distraction. You know, this is not good. And but again, Liberia, they will say, oh, the Camara A, Camara. You know, the Liberian people, when they do their thing, then they get plenty thing to talk about. The other constitution. You see, these are things we call defamation. To just go and be saying something on somebody's name. Like Mr. Kone said, Mr. Dishu said, people got married and they divorced before. There are people we know they got married in less than a year, they got divorced. I know a lady like that. She and her husband spent almost like 20 some more years together. They have 4 children. Those people got married, celebrated all those years they've been together, all the property they had. And in 9 months, I was shocked of divorce. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was something. And today, as I speak to you, people who spent on the summer years together got married and got divorced in 9 months and share properties. So this whole issue we even hearing about Mariah and her husband getting divorced and thing, what's the big deal? What's the big deal if people are getting divorced? That you people want to go into their divorce, being whether it's true or not, and bringing all kinds of things on no is all this we get. You and I know Maybon, those things if it is true, people get video of this lady. That lady is trending all on social media here. But these are just distraction. These are all lies. These I don't know why people the politics in Liberia, even you and I sitting here, Mabel, because of what we say. Every one of us here, there are people who they go in checking behind us to get something to come and say to put on social media. This is how the country is now. So be very careful. One day, be careful. Don't and then by the one you talking something against the government, you exposing what they're doing, you are not satisfied with it. Even you can support this government, and today the way in which they are proceeding, you decide to talk it out that you are disappointed, you are frustrated. They will pay people. You know how many attempts they have made on someone other and they still doing it. My wife can always say, "Be careful." I say I know what I'm into, and I know what I signed up for. So I'm careful. I know what I'm doing. Whenever the president travel in blunder, when he coming by, they're looking for something to distract people, not to say anything. We have people from the House of Representatives that went for ECOWAS Parliament. What is happening in our country today? Our people hearts are hanging. We don't know the status of our border between Liberia and Guinea today. Our people have been displaced in their own country, in their own county. When they go to bed, they lie down, all their bundle are fixed. That anytime they can say, boom, they take it, they running. They went for ECOWAS Parliament, they couldn't discuss that. That's a national issue. You see, that the whole country and people continue to ask the government, they cannot speak out. Your president left from here, went for another ECOWAS summit or whatsoever. He didn't even say talk about it. He went there talking about African unity. If your country is heavily divided, say you took over your country is heavily divided than ever in the history of Liberia. You had divided the country. See what is happening today. And other people have invaded your land. You went over there. You can't even say speak about it to put it on the floor. Nothing. And because they don't want for people to talk on this thing there, when he go out, he mess up. National issue, what is happening, while the country is faced with, you and I know I stand to be corrected. Doing any time, doing weird time. We have let to try about Taylor uno time because we were better than even what we see now. Even though they said our rebel government, but we were there. You see, did you ever buy water for $10? This thing happening right now. Diarrhea and chloride is about to break up in the country. They don't want you to discuss this thing. They will bring up Mariah Bene, this and that. Oh, yeah, that's the reason why Mr. Kumi Fire Hall, they bring in new chief of officer. Last night, I listened to Orishu Gu, I don't know if that he read me, or ANC chairman for short. I listened to him last night on their closing argument. How the men are appoint new person because there's a leaked video about all of this thing are distraction, my brother.
Yeah, let me just add to what you're saying.
That's
Ali.
thank you.
Let me let me just add to what you just said, Alio. You know the distraction that we talked about when Abraham, you and we're trying to put out to the people to think deeper is that you notice that the Liberian government cannot even give the necessity of life to the people, which is drinking water. Have they realized that drinking water is one of the necessity of life? And the government cannot even give a good clearance of why the people cannot get free drinking water. They got the people out there buying water in plastic bags that is unsecure and a whole lot of things. We got people duplicating for white people, for the foreigners in the water business and all. I mean, this thing is a big mess. You know, if a country cannot give its people its free drinking water, then what kind of country is that? That's a failed state. These are some of the symptoms that we're talking about. Because I don't think that any country around us having this kind of problem about water business. I don't think so. Maybe I might be corrected, but until then, I have not heard about it. This is bad. This is, I mean, we got the people in starvation of even drinking water. Now, drinking water is a profit-making business. Everybody trying to make a profit on drinking water. Why? Because the government cannot even secure giving the people safe drinking water. That is part of the necessity of life. I mean, it is bad off, man. I don't know. That's it.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Tishu. We'll come back to that entire thing because it's a human interest for me. These are kind of my things because at the end of the day, even the little man out there when you go to Lapa Bido to buy a kobo, you need a water. Sometimes even the kobo money may not even reach, but then you don't even have water money. Then it is indeed frustrating. But we'll come back. Let me just conclude to my let me just have my take on this entire like you people said. People already concluded with everything. That's just the fact. You know, this kind of distraction, like I said from the beginning of the show, is almost like a drunkard. A drunkard would think that maybe that by the time they drink liquor, that means all of their stress, their problem, everything will be solved after a few minutes, few hours. By the time the liquor clear from their eye, then they go back to the same thing. I think this kind of thing, I don't think these are some of the reasons that the rescue government was voted for. You know, and I just see a few people who are also promoting the rescue government instead of the people who have been heavily paid, who have been appointed to review positions, like for example, the Ministry of Information, they are not doing it well, but you see people like somebody who are content creator, you see them acting like they are the one that's showcasing the working of the president. Then that's just some, I don't even know how to describe, but that's just so bad that you have government officials 24/7 on the internet, just discussing things that make no sense, things that are not even important. While we have a lot of important issues on ground. Well, you know, because if you keep giving people money, and money that they haven't seen before in their life, money that they haven't worked for before in their life, and they see the money free, by the time the month ends, they see that message coming into their phone, they feel about no need. Let me just call us on the internet. At the end of the day, I will take pay. So that's the kind of thing. We, instead of us thinking about reducing the taxes, today I saw the Ministry of Commerce arresting trucks, water trucks. Tell me, for God's sake, if you added taxes on GST or whatsoever thing you may call, there are some taxes that you have to look and say, no. The other one, we don't have to add anything on the other thing, because if we do, they will have serious negative impact on our people. Do you know how many people today who are struggling to get, even our children who even go to school? Children go to school already, they don't even have food already to eat. Nothing. When they go to school, when they learn maybe amount of money their parent gave to them or their guardian gave to them, they had to be thinking about buying $10 water. You think that's normal? You want to go to the truck. Why are you arresting the trucks? Why are you intimidating your own Liberian business people? Why are you intimidating your own Liberian businesses? That's a complete intimidation. This is complete intimidation, and this kind of behavior has to stop. You are harassing the Liberian business. They are not the problem. You are the problem. You're the government. Why are you making it to look like, oh, they want to hack things, oh, they are hacking? Nobody hacking things. You are the one that creating all of these problems. So for me, with the water, their distractions and so forth, Mr. Dishu, Brother AB, and other Brother Aliu, it's frustrating. Our people are going through a lot. Let me frank. Our people, even the elected that they even talking about here and there every time, our posts are struggling. I don't know whether our government have any sense of direction to think that, look, we have to forget about politics. I don't think that we are voted for to come on the internet 24 hours to come here and be defending every little thing or to be reacting to every little thing. Why are you reacting to things if you're doing better? Why am I who on here to who talking? If I'm talking, taking care of my family. Why would I want to be reacting to other people here and there to be even, for example, somebody maybe just, look, that's why when people and myself, even when we're free, the first thing that they notice about me, I'm telling them, just go on my internet or my page and go there and see my family. So when you see my family on the internet, you will know definitely the kind of a person I am. So we just having so many kind of reckless people who are just into government positions, sitting on the internet every time, you're bullying people into the women. They're going to tell when the other stuff happen, you're going to realize we're talking to people. Yeah. All the people yesterday that were acting like yesterday that they were, I don't know, women advocate or what kind of advocate, where are they today? And then they posted requesting for the video. Almost all of the people that were asking for that video, 99% of them are still women. Look, I don't even, sometimes I don't even hear my head about the women, and today, because the people today, she said it. The women, they are almost 100% divided. So along they are divided in that full manner. Men will always do what they want to do. Because you choose which side to go on, you choose who to support when it comes to this kind of behavior. So yeah, Mr. Dishu and Brother Aliu, it's bad that our people are struggling, and the government officials, those ones are making 10,000, 5,000, a generator eating more money. The people who even lack moral, I don't even know what kind of country is this. We're giving people positions who don't even have moral standing in the name of, because yesterday they were put, well, how many business so many people have today that even having so many positions? Ask them. Let them pull one district. Let them come out and tell you that in fact that they have complete control of a district. They don't even have. But these people, because of political sympathy, just because of political connections. Today, some of them they have all the kind of director positions, and they leaving over those guys that were in the trenches yesterday that were struggling with them. Now, even bringing people, they leave them over, even for them to even get little job to do, nothing. But they want to really enjoy all the internet 24-hour bullying, insulting, doing all kinds of things, acting in fact that they are staying into a reactionary tendency. That's bad. So yes, I think that might take, and I think the government had to take you and do better. The president is back in country. All the passing around President Waka, it will not help. You like you can pass around for now to have a judgment day. I know you not put your foot down here and do better. President Waka, a waste of our time. Anyway, everybody buy time. Maybe the president will buy time for his 6 years to finish, and you go. Then they will leave us into poverty. I said this thing a few times ago. That our leaders will come and meet us in poverty and leave us in poverty. Amen. Anyway, let me tell you what to you people, because this is very, very frustrating. The thing that our people are going through. Look at the future. They start to break people places down. People who are hustling, breaking them down in the name of they don't want to see them more. What system are you putting together to get the people up, even the street? If you want to get them off the street, what system are you putting together? Why the people are still struggling, looking for better life, nothing to do? But go ahead, man. So the whole entire thing, that distractions, the fighting hard to be able to control, and you can't control. Empty back and stare, no matter what you do.
Maybe that is just it. We are on the city. This is just another distraction. Like you said, the government, after every 3 months, you increase GST on the Liberian people. So if you will be increasing GST, then don't you expect things to be high in the country? Your vice president just said, I think 2 weeks ago, that things are high in the country, and he started passing around liberalization policy, this and that, all those foodie thing there, and you continue to increase taxes on the Liberian people. You see, and this is what happened. You continue to generate revenue, all of these things, you increasing taxes on the people, and then you collect the money, it made no impact in the lives of the people. All the taxes you continue to put on the Liberian people, at the end of the day, you just want to make sure that your salaries are met, they are on time, your allowances, your benefit, all of these things for you to get it on time. You ain't care for the other. Me, I would say 8,000 times. America, whatsoever they do, I can't care what kind of tax they call for me. Oh yeah, you will call tax for me, but I won't regret it for the fact that you cutting taxes for me. My paycheck every 2 weeks, you take almost $400 from there. I care less to do with that, because why? My children are getting quality education, good health care, and whatsoever the thing they need, they are getting it. So I get problem. But Liberia keep increasing taxes on our people. Where in Jeddah, when Mayborn, Jeddah, when you say, oh, Made not feeling well, when he go, they say you have to pay $5,000 before you register your dollar. When you go to hospital, no bed in the hospital. When you go into hospital, you have to go with comforter and thing, because no bed, you have to put your child, your daughter, your family member on that comforter to administer drip on them and thing. Why are you paying all this? Why are you putting taxes on the people when they not even say get a better health care, no good education for their children, nothing, no stable electricity, no good running water in the country? Why the essence of increasing taxes every now and then? The money we send to Liberia is more than the country national budget. I'm not talking about their so-called $1.2 billion budget that up to now we don't know the HAT, and that is somebody was asking, we are not paying taxes or whatsoever. I heard something like that yesterday. You see, what the essence of increasing taxes every now and then after every 3 months?
And that's the
Just for
point.
themselves, but not for the Liberian people.
But
You see?
I didn't maybe before, because I was even expecting that at least maybe the taxes, even for, I don't know, for 11% or whatever percent, you even come. Look, there are certain businesses that you should understand to say no. There are so many businesses making serious impact in the life of our people. What can we do? Let's take off certain all of the useless percentage that we even adding on the taxes. Where the money going? We need to go pay people 10,000, 15,000 per month. Where the money is going? Only for one lawmaker to be looking at celebrity. Yeah, you go ahead, Mr. Dishu.
Yeah, you have said it all. You have said it all, and the reason is that we have not had any visionary or leader to have to risk all of these things and try to find some kind of solution. The problem is open. The problem is open. Everybody knows the problem that like what people are having, but we don't have a leader that will have that ability and vision to make that transformation. So it's hard. It's hard. You know, we are fighting to get somebody in, but how are we going to get them in? Only through the electoral process. And the populists have been brainwashed. The culture of impunity is something that we see every day, and the people have been abused. The Liberian people have not been liberated yet. When they go to vote, they don't vote on their own. They vote because they are slaves within their own setting. And this is a serious problem. And the politician will never take them out of that slavery because that is the pattern that they use for victory. They use the people and they lie to them, and the people go in for what they have been told, vote for them, and at the end result is a big mess. And you hear them crying afterwards. And it has been going into a cycle, and this cycle has continued. And the pattern in which they're doing it, it has been continuous and contagious right now within our society. So it's hard and it's bad.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Tissues. To even allow, I'm now getting report that the Ministry of Commerce, just imagine though, the Ministry of Commerce and now the owners of mineral water factories have agreed to sell one sack of water for 85. So what's the difference between 90 and another 85? What we keep making more? Ah, God. I think it was just 60. Or if I even back, or if, yeah, 60. It's not even 75. So I heard water people, they say the people sell water now for 85. So it's just because, so you see how we play politics with everything, so that they can say, yeah, government are intervene. Intervene like how? So if we say 85 for 90 to 85. So now, you know what you are not creating? Yeah. Sometimes when you live in, maybe when you live in certain life, when you are not coming down to the common people down the line, you will not understand some of the life that, or maybe some of the things that they are going through. Because most of you drink the maybe the mineral bottled water, so you don't know. But even the waters, do you know how some of the water can even be purified, how the system low, what happened? Now, what kind of country we running like this?
What
So
is
they say, oh, yeah, government intervene. So the people we move further. Some but I leave there you have it. They say the government say they produce for 85. So even if they produce for 85, what's going to happen?
So probably, so it's like they were saying, oh, people are lying. So it is proving, yes, indeed, that people were buying water for $10 because the water price went up. So if you saying the $85, let's see, maybe people coming to start buying water, maybe two for 15 or something, or something. Yeah.
But the water manager, the man who is the water CEO,
yeah,
every time they for the first point get issue. From the day more Ali get into that position, that no day, no month, or no week that ever passed without having issue with the 48, for the 6 So they were looking
people are struggling in the country just for common water that you not even say or importing to the country. Your people are suffering on that. Then one much it's almost like this prophet who said things will be high in the country, Liberia will drink dirty water. It's like this is where we are heading to, because now people are going back to start drinking well water because of just what happening in the country. So that's the dirty water he talk about. Like I saw something on your page. When last we saw big bad mineral water, more than 10, 15 years we stop seeing that thing, but now people start getting pump water, well water, then they start facing. That's why I say people should be careful. Chloride and diarrhea is coming to be on the run in the country, because some of these well people don't even sell clothes, then they just get some kind of zinc, they put it on top of it, and people go in there now to take water to drink, because why you can't even sell get of mineral water in the country to drink. You see, these are
So,
things that
so, so,
when people are discussing, they want to distract you to bring all kind of
exactly. So why were they maybe arresting each other? And let me ask you, because if you will say 80, so that they can just say, okay, yeah, the government intervene or what? Because if you say 85 and they post 90, because there are some places too that maybe, like, for example, the gasoline here, let me be frank and let me just tell some of you today, the gasoline price right here in the city is far different from the price in Nima.
It
Oh, yes.
happens. Yes.
But I look. So
Yeah.
if you say 85 year now, then somebody who have that water factory, maybe somewhere around on the other side, maybe they want to sell 100. So what will you do now? What kind
Yes,
of country?
somebody who coming maybe to buy water from Moreover, taking it to Kakata or
Oh,
somewhere.
what?
So what do you expect? Because when the price of gasoline go up, the transportation fare it goes up too. So you will have to like nobody do business without a profit. You see, Mr. Kone, are you there? You so mute.
Yeah, Mr. Okene, go
Okay,
ahead. Then
probably
we
he's
go
busy
to,
doing something.
yeah.
So
All
what's the
right, then
next?
let's
Yeah,
transition.
let's transition to something
Yes,
else.
let's transition to this summer to where the asset recovery and property retrieval letter.
Ali,
So, okay.
like I told you guys, man, I'm kind of a little bit busy with some stuff here.
Okay,
So in
okay,
between, yeah, we'll chip in, okay?
okay,
Thank you.
no
Okay,
problem.
all right, that's good. Thank you. About a bit more quickly, Ali, this issue of accident now and then now with trucks is very very alarming. In I think in less than 5 days now, because from Saturday, Sunday, Monday up to today, less than 5 days now, another accident again in Kakata, Mangibi County, taking the life of a private security officer who was on his private motorbike, and he says the speeding continued, smash him, and that's just so sad. That's the latest news that we are also getting from that part of Liberia. Our country that,
I think maybe those were some of the things we were just discussing here yesterday when we were talking like when a government come to power, you don't have to hold everything you say you want to do this, you want to do this. Look at what the country is faced with, the challenges, and maybe you can just focus on one thing, one or two, that when you leave tomorrow, any other government can will not be focusing on this thing, because that will be something that you had done that will last for more than 20, 50 years in the country. And this is how the country will develop. Liberia, you see cars in the country, and these I think the police people, they don't even say, excuse me, pay attention to, but whole day they want to be in the street going after keke driver, motorcyclists, and that or taxi driver. You go to Liberia, you will see a car that even when they check brake, you don't even say no. The whole brake light, nothing is there, everything is gone. Here in this country, neighbor, your brake light, if one is off, police will pull you over. They had done that to me. They will pull you over, they gave you repair note. You will have to carry that car to the garage. That one brake light, even though the other one is holding, but they see the other light, you have to carry for you to repair it. And then you taking that paper, the garage will sign the garage that you taking that vehicle to. You repair that brake light, you change that brake that it is okay, the garage sign it. When you carry it to police station, or when you see any other police, you give it to them, they sign it, they put it in the system that on May 10, Maybach car will pull over the game or repair note because his car the brake light was off, but he had been repaired to Mr. Dishu garage by Mr. Dishu, and then they put it back in the system. You see how it works? You see car in Liberia, no brake light, you driving, say the person apply brake, you behind and you know. At the end of the day, when you are on speed, boom, you run into them. You see cars fly in the street in the night, no light, someone there, one headlight. Defective cars all in the street. The police don't have time. There are some people, when they want to stop to Simere, they will start holding brake from Kanga Bearing before from Ghana Idewe Junction before they get to Simere. These things are happening. And then they just want to be speedy. Never you trust a brake. But some people, oh, I trust my car, I trust my brake. The car
Let me
can
ask you. Let me ask you, Brother Ali. Like I was saying maybe yesterday. I don't know what you get. Maybe you what you heard me yesterday or not. But the young people behind this steering on the day, it just so alarming because way back there, I was saying yesterday, when I used to see we kind of young people 20, 25 years old, boy, over behind the kind of trucks or continue before.
yeah,
We just
these
see,
things are happening. Mayborn, now
yes,
I get a truck, I'm driving, and then I start to teach you. And then maybe one day I say, okay, yeah, maybe on yourself, go and try it today. All of these things, people are not well trained. They just get behind the steering. You teach your son, you teach your daughter on the football field for 1 or 2 weeks. You look the person in the traffic. These are things the government need to pay attention to.
yes,
My
yes.
16, like my 16-year-old son, I'm teaching him how to drive in the morning when I'm taking him to school. I just say that he drive and then we go. But even as that, you have to go take the test, the computer
Mhm.
test to pass it before they give you a permit. I don't put my children in my car when they don't even have a permit. And before I even put them in my car, I should make sure they are on my insurance. All of these things. And this is why you see most of these things happening back home. People are not even self trained. They just get in the car 1 2 weeks, boom, the person become a driver. And you know, new driver, they take speed to be a good driving. You see, but our condolences to the family. Those defective cars, the government, these are things they need to pay attention to. Every day you see some accidents, say you don't want to get in car. We don't even say high rules. And people can just be speeding like they don't even say know what's happening to them. These
Yeah,
are
man, and this is absolutely this is alarming, and I think the government now through the Liberia National Police, especially the traffic division, I think they got to do something about this. This is not good. Like every time, so then what happen now? Because some of us now will choose. Maybe we say, okay, let me go get my lay private back. You're worried some of us a lot because I mean, I will just be afraid, and some of the guys how they behave, they will even be. I don't know what even when they reach to a junction or maybe to any kind of junction, they speed. But are they right? And
yeah,
most of the
yeah,
drivers, they are
because
young guys. It's bad.
yeah, because
One day I
like
was saying this thing, whether you
there
like
is
it or
no
not, they're
speed
young
limit.
people.
There is no speed limit in the country. People speed anyhow. You get to intersection, there is no stop sign to because when you get to intersection when there is a stop, during the job we are administration, I there with the deputy minister for to help. I think when they bend the central bend, that time they had it on the somewhere around say Benson Street there. You reach to a stop sign, you don't know what a stop sign is. They nearly ran into me, but that day they feared my mom. I gave it to them. I said, you don't know what a stop sign. I reached to the stop sign, I stopped. And I about to pull up. They just got there with that kind of speed.
I said, what
And
they
it
can
was
do?
just then they coming to Abby, you know who you talking to, you know who I'm at. So help me God. If they hearing me, they know where we passed that day. I use good Sunday school words on them. They will never forget. These are some of the you
Move
see,
on.
there is no
That
speed limit.
culture of our system is damaged.
Damage.
I hear you and argue here talking over it. You should hear straight to the point. It is damaged, completely damaged. Because all the people that official, most of them that had were living abroad and went to Liberia and got position, they know better. They know before you require a license, you must go through the theory test and the practical test. You have to have a certificate. The cars that are going in Liberia, they should be checked every year, and these things can create money. If the people will only set up the system and discipline the people to what they're doing and telling them that this is the right way of doing things. When will we ever have the people that will come out with this kind of vision that will transform that particular sector that we're talking about today? And it is very easy.
And Mr. Dishu, these are some of the things I say I don't know why some Liberians go back home to work. They will say, oh, we're going to serve our country. Because here, even driving in the community, you will see sometimes 15 miles, 10 miles per hour just to drive in the community. I will drive, when I drive in the community here, I know how I drive. But now when I go to Liberia, I've been driving in the community maybe even 35, 40 miles per hour. And I know where I'm coming from, I can't do it there, but I will do it in Liberia. What is the change? When I drink water, I will keep my water bottle in my car. I think when I reach to a gas station or any area, I take that empty bottle, I put it there. But when I go Liberia, I drink the water, I dash it in the street. What are we changing? We
But you
we
know,
are we know all the best system, but when we go back home for us to teach our people, for us to change things, we get time.
but to that point, the accident situation, the safety measures are not put in place. You know that accident you're talking about over there, guys. I vividly remember that particular area in Baita in Kakata area there. I was maybe around 1984, 85. We used to get a company in Kakata that they call LRDU. That was a rubber company. And a guy they used to call Wilson, a very good rider, because by then the company had signed motorbikes to all of those people that used to work there. And that guy got killed over there, similar area right now by time around the curve where that accident I was seeing it on the show, on the video in Kakata. That was around 84, 85, if I'm not mistaken. We were in that time. But the safety measure, because what I was hearing, the report, the guy that was giving the report says the person here got smashed. I believe if they had helmet on, that would have been another guy for safety. But people ride motorbike loosely in that town there too. We're all putting these safety measures in place. Even in the United States, yet a lot of people get killed by motorbike accident, but many a time some of them get injuries that they are saved because they put some mechanism in place. So it's the case over there. Those things need to be effective with it. Now police shouldn't just jump on a road periodically to do the inspection. Randomly, as long as they're on their patrol, they can start to run some of these cars. Maybe they pass by the car, you see the brake lights down on, you pull them over, and then not to just extort money from there. Sometimes you give them a ticket, oh man, you got to go do X, Y, Z. And you monitor that ticket. If it is not live up to it, and when you see the man, the next time you can park it. But those measures are not put in place. That's why affecting the too many road safety situations with accidents and all of those things in our place. And, so I think until those things are put in place, we got a problem, Steve.
Well, that's why I'm saying, that's why I'm saying the basic. You must have car inspection every year in every country. Even in Ghana, people inspect the cars every year. Car inspection comes out a whole lot because here in Europe, they have a whole system that will check the tires, that will check the brake, the light, everything, and it's mandatory. If you don't do that, your car will be parked for a long time. The system have to tell the people what is right. And I don't think that the drivers in Liberia are not willing to learn. They're willing to learn, but nobody giving them the tools to learn. Nobody telling them the right thing. The policeman will only tell you the right thing when he had given you a ticket or when he have charged you on one of the traffic offenses. So these are the things that the people going through. So the people are not even educated to most of these things. And it's a serious problem until we can get the system in place. I don't think that we're going to go forward with that particular thing that we're discussing here.
And that's the problem is an issue. The people, they are not educated to this thing. They don't know about it. And that's why we that go back home to work, we should be able to change the system to educate them on this thing. Oh yeah, this is how they're supposed to work. This is how they're supposed to work. Like you said, even here, the city, you have to carry your car for emission test. Okay, when your car pass, they tell you say, oh, your car passed. If your car fail the emission test, they tell you say you had to go face this, you had to face that. And again,
Exactly.
you have to do it and carry your car for retesting. They make sure your car pass. All of
Yes.
this, how even the last time I talked about they bringing 285 yellow machine, that's another trash they bring it to the country because even the car the government using, they don't when it comes to maintenance, they even say able to maintain their own car. They talking about yellow machine. When last some of them they even carry their car for security safety recall to check all of these things on their car. They don't do this thing. They just driving those cars in the. This is why even I supposed to go to the country. I had to and extend my time because my vehicle I expected to be there before me, but but now looking at what is happening now, they telling me that I will be there before it, and I don't trust any car in Liberia because that's why I service my car here good, and when I go, I know the kind of car I'm driving. Because you go, you get you some car and over there. This I don't know. I don't trust. This is why when I go there, I don't even let people drive for me. You see, it's just so crazy. The people they don't maintain car, they don't do nothing, no proper maintenance. It is just that kind of way. People have to be very careful. Your life is involved. That's how you're driving, your brakes, all of these things. You see, there is no speed limit. People just run anyhow in the city, on the highway. There is no speed limit. Police, there, highway police, they are only there when they see your car coming. This jump on the road. They start telling you to slow down. When you reach there, oh, you put low in the car, you can low behind you, that obstructing your V mirror, and $5,000. Okay, I'll give you $5,000 ticket. You want $5,000 ticket right now, or pay something at 2,000, $3,000, you go. Whole day they giving all kind of charges. There is no speed limit. Even in the city, our people leave from here when they go, they drive recklessly, and they know they can't do it here. We even say get rule that you will leave from here, you go as a minister, you're supposed to be to your office 8 o'clock in the morning, you will be leaving your house 7:30. There's a traffic now, then you using Serena, driving all on the sidewalk, taking people off the road. And you know you dare try that nonsense in America, Canada, or Europe. You can try it. Why should you go Liberia? You do it there. So I'm always frustrated. Those that go back home, they destroy the system more, they make it worse than fixing the system. You see, it is so sad.
That's what I'm saying. We will never get things right because we don't even have the leader to say, yes, this is how we want to do it and this is how we want to start doing it. So it's a serious problem, my brother. It's a serious problem.
Yes, yes, Liberia get a serious systematic problem. We need to work on our system. That's the only way. And those people that the leader will surround themselves with, they trust them, they believe them to help to build up the system. They don't even care. And one thing again, sometimes Liberia is a country, Mr. Dishu. God give you opportunity now. You go to Liberia to work in any government, and where you will be working, you want to use your expertise, you want to change your system. The first thing they will tell you, lie your system, lie your American system, or lie your Belgian system, don't bring it here. That's the thing they will start telling you. This is Liberia. Lie your system over there, don't bring it here. When you want to force it, and then you start seeing people want to undermine you. The next thing you see your boss man now, who is your head, he will start calling, oh my man, you know the people here, this and that, all kinds of things. These are some of the things. And then now you will say, okay, so they don't want me to do anything. Let me say that. And this is why some people they already went with the mindset of doing nothing. Then they want either they want to change something. Then you start telling them they're not American here, don't bring your American system here, this and that. Then they just realize that to be getting free salary. You see, like one of my friends doing any administration, when he was called to go and work, when he went there, what he wanted to do, and they started in the city, don't bring your American system here. When you say you want to do that, they say, oh, don't bring out your sister here. We here for that one. This is not a miracle. Well, how will we be like a miracle if you people are not willing for us to change the system? When he went to Madam Sedi, she was like, oh, the people, they say that the system, so you had to work with them the way. He said, no, I'm not working here for that. If I can't do what I was paid to do, what I came to do, then I have to go. He resigned and he came back to America. But how many people will do that? No, they will just sit there, they get the fat salary, and then at the end of the 6 years, they come back. So that's
I,
one of the.
I listened to DRJ show, and there was a caller from America, and he gave his opinion on why the people to leave America to come to Liberia to work. He said he working in America. The kind of money that they're making there, how will one will leave America to come and work in Liberia for small money? The main intention to come to Liberia is that he's coming only to steal because it's legal. You can still be backed up by the law or the lease that brought you in. And all your problems in America, your mortgage and all of that, that's why they come to Liberia to get money and go and pay the mortgages there in America. Because a man will not know that he's making that good amount of money in America, will leave America and come to Liberia, a sovereign country that don't have a good economy, will sacrifice their self to come to Liberia to work. Most of the people's intention of coming is not to just come and work. Their intention is a planned system that is there, suited for them to come in and operate. That means to come in and steal from the people. So that caller that made that a reference and his opinion, I think it was right.
Yeah, but that is it. Most people will go back home and looking at my position and say, oh yeah, when I serve in the position, in 3 years time, I want to buy a house in America. And in the other 3 years, I can get good money saving. And I'm going, why you not do? I went with my mindset that in 3 years, I should be able to buy a house in America. And this is why you see most people that go back home to work in government, by the time they come back here, they own their own house. Or some of them who are paying mortgage a thing, when they go, before they come back, they finish paying that mortgage, they buy another house again. So most people, they are not really going with that mindset of going to serve their country, to teach anything. They go with the mindset of, you and I know, Mr. Bishop, for you to get that kind of money in this country to even be working, you say, oh yeah, we make $5,000 a month is not something easy, or up to $7,000 to $8,000 a month. You see, then that's small thing there. Maybe that nursing, nurse practitioner and things, some big people. But you will be here with your lay associate degree, a thing when you go to Liberia now, or BSc, boom. You become a millionaire there. You get some kind of government job. When you come by here, you get nothing. You will just sit down here again. You be on the radio whole day discussing politics with another government guy again. When you succeed, you go again. When they come back here, they do nothing. How will you go to school in America? You get a BSc, you get a master, you went to school in Australia, Canada. You all your degree you get, you can work with A in America. Only in Liberia, your degree can work. This is what I understand.
So are you that job you throwing out on that? So the way we talking on the radio now, the American job one. I mean, like
some people, Mr. Kone, most of our friends that what they you see them sitting on the podcast, some of them are get the intention. That's what they will do. They only doing it to bam up the government, so tomorrow they can go.
Pulling a little bit. Just pulling a little.
Yeah, I understand. So tomorrow they can go and get what they want to get. You see, some of them, that's all because let you hear Mr. Kone, you working. God gave you opportunity, now you go Liberia, what you want to do. When you see no way, when you come back, you will work. But some of those people, you and I know them. To what they were doing in America, yeah, nothing. And the way they go Liberia like that, when they come back, they will say that you're doing nothing again. You see, but just to be running their mouth. This is why when John Molu said, people coming to work is not a bad thing. Can we take a reference? Let's see. Aliyu Masale, he say he get a BSc. Which of the school he get it from? Let's see where he been working, the experience that he coming with to this job. And because some of them know that they don't have nothing, they have fake degree and thing in the America here, all kind of kwasati, then they put in a suitcase, say they carry back home. They went against John Molu. And Bwaka listen to them. This is why you see a government is where it is today, misplacing people. You see, they went against John Molu for that. You see, because Bwaka said, they say, oh, he got for the 2-year experience. So somebody will just come with people, they say, oh, yes, I was working so and so place, I get 10 years. You and I know, Ellington, Town, Bwaka Town, people left from here, they went back to Liberia. Some of them, they even said get a full-time job in America, Canada, Australia, and other part of the world where they were. But they went Liberia today, they tend to big boy abusing our people right. You see they picking here like getting $3,000 US just for generator a month. You and I know. Can you where you will be working in America, they get $3,000 just for your generator? That you know that how many police officer salary there? You know that how many AFL salary there just on my generator? This is why they will come by, they will say that on all the talk show there, because they say we need to go by on the farm to go and get our free money. We use our people. See the way Josiah Juka can address people in that country. He want to try that nonsense here. No. Only like brother can go with a suke degree and abuse our people. You see? Maybe welcome by. So the national ID card issue, Mr. Dishu, Mr. Kone, what you say about this? Our national ID card taking from us. Every day we hear the people talking about liberalization policy. We see all the big money government are spending in the country uselessly and wastefully. And for the government to tell us today that they don't have money, so they take our whole biometric and give it to an Australian company. Mr. Dishu, what you say about that? Maybe we're on the radio now.
Yeah. Thank you, my dear brother. I'm interested. In fact, I'm enjoying the entire discussion. But go ahead first. Did you finish? Yeah, go ahead.
I talk about the failed state. These are all the things that constitute, and these are the symptoms that breed out of failed state. We have nothing for ourselves. I have been seeing this thing here for weeks. I asked me about what they have for themselves there in Liberia. Nothing. The only thing that Liberian people have right now is that they have their birthright. Everything has been sold out. How can we get our registry identification card to foreigners? During our time, my friend was head of it, Chesson. He was head of the national identification card. It really matters them. These things were never handed about foreigners. And those things are easier projects. You then need a based system, and you have the different work force that will put the thing into the system and make the thing work. When you bring in a foreign-based country that will take your identity, the way how the web is going wild right now, and give it out to a foreign company. Our identity, a lot of things can be used. We have sold ourselves. Liberia has sold its sovereignty and everything else, including the natural resources that were dependent on for the future of the country. Everything is gone out. I believe it's a pattern now of these different governments that have been coming in. You come in, you sell your own. The next person come in and sell their own until everything is gone. You're going down to the ministry, giving ministry to foreign people. National identification card given to foreign people. What else is left for Liberian people? Why? Why must people be doing all of the evil and know that the outcome will be the crowd and will keep the people in slavery? When will the people be emancipated from this slavery that the people got them in? Every government come, they steal their part, and they leave. No accountability. Next government come in, you can't chastise them because you had done it before too. So it's a broken system that they fail to correct, because if they correct the system, they will fall into it in the future. So they will keep the system in this manner that everybody will protect themselves and protect the future of their friends, and this how it's running, and we need to break this particular cycle. That's what I have to say.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Tishu. And let me say thanks to all of you. While I was away, I was also following most of your interactions, your discussions, and so forth. It was indeed fascinating, especially the one that had to do with our people from that end. And but I need that you put it, my dear, but that's why some of us will come here. We don't want to miss our voice on some stuff, or maybe to be pretending. Because when you pretend, then at the end of the day, you are not ready to even face things. I was following one of the ERBC broadcast or something, their live stuff with one of their Oxa broadcast operator, who also hail from that end, from the US, who came down and so forth, going to be, and there was something he was saying, all the opposition, it's just about division. You're not even thinking about what happening, the livelihood of our people, what are some of the things that our people are going through. No, you don't care about that. Carrying the microphone, asking the people, how much you buy the water? Which are the water to you? Is that opposition or who? What kind of people are we? The market people are, they don't care. The motorcyclists, the whatsoever people that you think about, they don't care about which political party that you represent. Where you coming from, whether you Christian or you Muslim, they don't care. I know they tell you that hot burger right now, for example, is $15. If the motorcyclists tell you that from here to go to the other destination is 200 or 200, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, whether you from what kind of political party, they don't care. That's why when you hear me saying the parable that when the rain fall, it don't fall on one person. That's from that bad drop, always coming from. So yeah, brother Ali, you nail it. Most of our people do also from that end. I don't think they even waiting, or in fact they even ready for the God to move forward, because they call you to come and be a help. Look, I listened to one of the representatives quickly before I come to Mr. Dishu discussion. I think is Banks from Grand Bassa District number 2. You there, you talking about how you 100% support government, then you're against. So what are you saying? Because you're contradicting yourself. That 100% support, but 100%, I don't say grab some of the things that you really wanted to say. So it's like they are doing these things just because of living. Now, these are same people that want to share blame on the poor people here. That, the poor people, they get right, the higher. You come down. You for that in lane of opportunity, you come down and you join. In fact, you even surpass the poor struggling people with your bad behavior. You want to be teaching us what to say and what not to do and what to do. Somebody will join you to say, yeah. And to what Mr. Dishu say, yeah, Mr. Dishu, for me, 20 years now, some of us, our eyes been open for the past 20 years. We've been observing to really see the political, some of the struggle that Liberia been faced with for the past almost 100 plus years. We wanted to see, and indeed, for the past 20 years, it showed that yes, indeed, we are so far from getting whatsoever place that we feel we want to get. Because if a person or a country that really want to set a better system, or maybe that want to change things, as I learned after World War II, most of the countries, most of the places that are already developed in America and Europe, they put everything aside and say, okay, whether John Brown or General Wiki, whether General this or that, and all these kind of things that happen, we put everything away. And this is the system that I want to put in place moving forward. What kind of president are really waiting for that? Everything they are doing is just about wage hunting. The other group of people come and just be confusing things, and yet you are outsourcing your identity, your security. You are outsourcing your security in the name of, we don't have money like our reading front page Africa. Government don't have money, or government don't have the I know the technical know or they don't have the technical. How can you are sending people out of their country every time you're giving a scholarship? All these scholarships that you're giving to young people, where are these scholarships going? What kind of benefit are we getting from all these scholarships? If we're not able to print out our own ID card, we have to give it out to people, we have to outsource it. They now moving forward. We will know why. And we'll continue to remain in the cycle, no matter some of you how you think, how you think about us, how you see it. When we come here, we come here to advocate for our people. We come here to advocate for our children. So that tomorrow they will not say, oh, when your father then was all on the radio yesterday, what did you do say? How come they don't talk these things? So we'll come here to talk these things. So yes, the issue, our government, they are outsourcing all these things that they talk about Liberia. Oh yeah, we'll get Liberia back to Liberians. The vice president, the future, he was doing acting like he was so serious. You gave me ID card, printing out to a foreign company, but you want me to believe that that same vice president talking about giving Liberia back to Liberians. How's that going to happen? How? With common ID card, even if you don't have the machines here, let's assume that maybe that they don't have the machines, or even maybe they don't have the technicians. Look, Mr. Dishu, it take you less than a year, 6 months or 3 months to train Liberians. Train them, bring in the machines, and tell them that yes. And when we keep complaining, oh, Liberia system is messed up. Yes, for me, the reason why Liberia system is messed up is because of the decent wages that people are supposed to get. They are not getting it, especially down the line. And when you're not getting or giving people the decent wages that they suppose, like for example, you pay maybe $400 and maybe 5 times a week. I work 8 hours. What would make me to not even go to work, or in fact for me to even ask somebody for even tape or for something? Even if you're giving me tapes, where cameras everywhere, I'm not going to even take it from you. Because I believe that if I hold out tapes, maybe the interpretation may be far different from my bosses, and I don't want to lose my job. But here in Liberia, we don't want to put camera places because we feel that we are living in a dark society. Let that place be dark so that people can do anything that they want to do. No cameras. But again, that's it. Yeah, you can kill one. That's why I just decided to patch you.
Mr. Kone, Mr. Kone, basically, you see this ID card issue, like Emmanuel Charles, as you were saying, when they gave it to a Liberian company, or the ID card won't have no good security future. These are some of the things. There are a lot of Liberians outside and learning most of these things. Yes, you check today in America, yeah, you will see Liberians there. Some of them they are IT, some of them they are professionals to their working places. We get professional people. And these are some of the things sometimes when you come to power, you try to ask, oh yes, people that can do this kind of thing. They get Liberians then that can do some of these things. We almost like even the military we have Liberians then who are in the US military, other countries around the world, they are professionals. You see, all of these things they get Liberians that can even say do that. All you need to do is people who have the idea, maybe like you just said, why every now and then every government kind of sending people out of the country going on scholarship. But this scholarship they are going on, everybody only going learn. Oh yeah, the person learn, they keep by they are accountant. The person keep by, oh they do public administration. All the scholarship they get Liberian that to come and get degree to go back to do office work to sit down and steal. Most of them they come that the unity accounting public administration, they say that all kind of thing. How many Liberians now see that have traveled, they left the country, they went by, they say, oh, this is an IT, he's telling he's an agriculturist, this and that. Most of them accounting, public administration, everybody wants to sit in office. These are some of the things. But if the government want to do this thing, they can send Liberians somewhere wherein they can go, they train them, they become professionals, and they come and see how to handle this. Those that are there, that they know they already have the idea, send them abroad to study. These are things that other countries do. But today, the government say they get money. And if you knew that it was part of your arrest agenda, it was part of your policy, that when you come to power, you would like to have a national ID card for your citizen, which is very, very important. In this country, we that in the Western world, I have my state ID. When I have my driver license, they took it from me. So my driver license is almost now like my identity. So just now I go somewhere when something happen, when people come, they only checking to find out whether they open it. Once they see my ID, my address, everything on it, they know where I'm coming from, this and that, what have you. It's very, very important for every citizen in the country to have a national ID. That's a good thing. But for the government to say because they don't have money, so they're giving it to a foreign company, that's my frustration. Because we see how government out, how useless and wastefully they can spend our resources, our money.
Yeah.
Back at the $10 billion, your people talk, they say, oh, we want to surprise the president. Your tell Liberian taxpayer money, $10 billion, now your mind empower money. When you want to surprise Joseph Waka, you can put your salary together and surprise him and go pay him mansion. But you told Liberian people, taxpayer money, you go pay $10 million mansion for him. That alone, if it were part of your plan to make sure that we get a quality national ID card, that money could be spent for that. But I say, oh,
So
I never knew they knew when they were to tell me, it was not when they told you what did you do? The money you use to remove a speaker, to remove another lawmaker, all the money that you're wasting. When it comes to doing something that will benefit the Liberian people, the government not get money. But when it comes to doing something that will benefit themselves, the government get money to play.
no, that one part of the money part will always be there. There will
What
always
kind
be
of country
funding
we
for
are
that.
in?
But
The government
let
will
me
not
just
have
respond
money
quickly.
for itself, but not for the citizen.
Yeah, thank you. I think we got to go to the line. Maybe, but if you want to chip your quickly before go to the line,
Mr.
but let me
Corner, you
just
can
respond
come
to my
in.
brother. Yeah, to brother Emmanuel Charles. Emmanuel Charles,
Mhm.
I may agree with you 100%. But should we still continue with this kind of a mindset, Emmanuel? These are questions that we should be asking ourselves. Should we still continue with this kind of mindset that, oh yeah, Liberia is this and that? Liberia, there are so many things happening. There are so many cocaine people. Then when will we graduate? If we still
Maybe,
continue with this kind of mindset, that yes, indeed, yeah.
maybe the issue here is that they say age comes with wisdom and it compels people to respect you. But when you are this age of your life and your utterances tend to be questioned by people, it brings discredit and disrespect to you in so many different ways. President Barker went to Lufa. He saw a construction that worth between, according to them, they say between $6 to $10 million. Let's just take at the face value for their side of the argument. And he said, "Oh, if I knew about it, it was never going to happen." But now that you got to know about it, it's been over a year now. You have uttered nothing. You have prosecuted nobody for it. But today is for your benefit. And the country is languishing in poverty. The basic necessity of the people are not being met. But they pumping in $10 billion in an area that in fact is of no attachment to the city, to the point that it's something that is easily accessible in the rural part of the country. And then you have done nothing, and you expect people to believe you and respect you as a reputable person in the country. The president, for that matter. When presidents speak, it becomes policy matters. President Barker, you spoke, you said you didn't know about it. What have your policy done? Have you effectuated any investigation? No. And the legislative branch of the government, so irresponsible, they had not even called people for hearings to say, oh, but you're doing this thing here. Where is the budget line for this? No. Where are the resources coming from? Nowhere. But at the end of the day, nothing is being done. I see them running behind a tour for $6 million and this and that, all that kind of thing. But you got a $10 billion right in your presence. Today is going on. And you're not inquiring about anything. And then when people classify it, oh, you're trying to go after people through political machination and other things, and you say, oh, no, the government doing that job. This government is investigating. What are you investigating when the corruption is right on in your own government? You're not even prosecuting people for it. So President Barker, for me, when you're stating those things there and then you're doing nothing about it, It exposes you. It makes you to feel irresponsible. It discredits you to a level. I'm sorry, you are the sitting president, but those are the realities. I just wanted to speak to that, guys, because you said something you didn't know about it. Granted, I take you for your words, but now that you have come to your attention, what have you done about it? Nothing.
All right, thank you.
And
Thank you.
When it comes to that, you know, Joseph Baka will never go after people in his administration for all of these things, like we saw when they took over 500,000 of Vessel Grace may his soul recipe. They took it from our NASCO people account to Baka's, which was not accounted for. We saw $21 million to when the many Ronnie Giddy to Facebook. At the end of the day, the senator say, "Oh, my man, you know what? Don't do it again, you. Okay, go sit down." Another $10 billion. All of these things, Waka is not going to prosecute officials. So the next administration tomorrow, that's their responsibility. You see, so Waka will not do that. No matter how we talk, he will not go after his people. So the next administration
And
now, they will do that.
and that's why we are not even moving forward. All of these things, to my brother Charles, these are some of the problems because any government they come with their own emotional feelings. They're thinking that by the time they take power, that means they own the people, they own the country, they can do anything to anybody for a few time because the Constitution, 1986, the PRC Constitution gave them the right to say, yeah, you can do anything, you own the people, you can control them anyhow you want to until when your term finish. So that's
I'm looking for Liberia to get a president that he himself will come and say, let's call that any position. The issue about lawmaker then deciding their own salary, and this issue that says in the constitution that when Aliyu Masari was a president and he is not impeached, when he can still anything he do when he leave power, you can go after him. I'm looking for a president that he say we can say let's change those things there. I want to see our former leaders if for
well, I go to the land, but I think that only people can do that, but Ali, and not the leaders, because if they leave with the leaders, they will not want to even do it. So don't waste your time. Let me be frank. You're not even waiting. These kind of good politicians are here, my people that they will can't tell you, don't do them, don't do them. Voila. I'm big here. Anyway, let's go to the Debunking. David, good evening. Mm-hmm.
This is David King, an executive of the Constitutional Library for Justice. You see, people, I saw a kind of ways that you didn't find people are bullying, all right, those people. Also, people have gone to these people. And so always reminded when they were in opposition, those things that did. And so always made a video and say, this is what he did, and today you don't want people to do the same to you. So you see it now go in and just before that, so the security person now are the people authority. He always put it out there and sorting all kind of things. But Java can I make more try not bigger than me. So they just did that for the kind of thing. And that's the issue about those things that never happened will happen before. These guys, I guess you things are happening right now, and you can look into that and discuss it. You will have the president get the issue about foreigners in the country. They will be a terror, the terror will serve. So these are the things that what I'm saying, they have never happened will happen.
All right. Strange things or things that never happen will happen as long as we are alive and living. Today's caller, good evening.
Good evening, neighbor. Good evening to the panelists. Neighbor, we are trying another trouble. You are just heard from the news today. They say the lawmaker is calling Arika to go say why you say they corrupt. So that the only time they call it cash. Why people suffer so many things, no comment even the polo issue. I've never heard of the pony ever court session concerning the polo issue. But they're calling a man to go answer question. So I only that they can show power. Where everything you just matter in your country and why you know you taking our national article came to foreigner. You how shame are we when we carry our information to the people? That have people get that other country can and African country because I cannot get all the information. Go for they can grab you at any time. Okay, I think for one say you have to carry to check for your country, man.
All right, my sister. Today's call, good evening.
Yeah, thank you, Mabel. I'm Harvey Johnson calling from Tuporo, station number 4, chairperson for the Concerned Librarian for Justice. So you see, when we talked yesterday that Baka was taking $10 million to pay retirement home, other people say we're joking. They say we lying. If I say that I know who there the ECOWAS committee building me. So when the people start to lie to you, they will use international partner to lie to you. Baka regime. That's what they're doing. The president said $3.3 million to pay a retirement home again in rehab. They say, oh, that's a well for Baka Foundation. Baka Foundation, I will not even able to keep their labor on at their pay at night. When they take $3.3 million for to be the biggest well in the country, I showed that well by living room. They didn't stop there. And the president looked at the country.
Well,
they were not even able to buy looking at water. They carry the water press up. But they cannot to see the push the water for 85. What is the difference from nothing to 85? But the president can take $2.2 million rap put up to lesser people. But you now want to say, oh, reduce the taxes on the people that are producing the plastic and the people using for the water. So the librarian can be able to continuously buy the water $5. But it happened for the librarian to buy the water $10. Because if you saying the water franchise, you only take $5 per over the sachet water. So it means telling them they should sell the water $10 to the people.
Oh, yeah.
Why you are on OKFM today? You talk about say how do we settle things with the factory? They know say they are put on constraint because of taxes and hard cost, all of issue. Okay, yeah, you already know. You know what's going on. But instead of that, for you to go to the people and beg them to reduce things, why you yourself will reduce tariff on them, but you try to oppose to them by arresting their trucks in the field. This is unfair.
And that was wrong. That was very, very wrong on our local businesses. You can't do that.
You don't do that in a modern society. So the common minister should stop. If you get nothing to do to improve the people's life, then today rest is now so for $15 US with $1 liberty. Why was saying rest for $14?
All right, thank you, my dear brother. We will check on some of the commodities very, very soon. Hello to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, neighbor. Let me say hi to the panelists in the diaspora. This is Edmund Kai. I'm a member of the Concerned Librarian for Justice. One thing we tell God thank you for is for the enlightenment, because they think they can play on us. You increase GST tax from 10 to 13%. Then what you think the other people that are doing business will do, because no businessman want to do a business at a loss. So what our common minister doing today was, sure, I wanted their supporter. They get lied to. But they get lied to. We are fully aware the reason why the water price increase, the reason why prices are going up, is because of the taxes that they are putting on the business on a daily basis. When you increase the tax on goods and services, then what you think will happen? That you running around harassing business people. That's a sure. I take me from buying water $100. I will not even find it from one side. $85, that's a zero. And then the whole thing about say, oh, we can get 40. You want to tell me you can get $40 million to do servicing ID card? And that money you're not even forced to get all at once, because that money you put in it there, you are going to get returned.
Money will come out.
The guy want to take the money in bulk because they know that they're not sure authority 39, so they want to clear on the clear. Because if they get $400 million to put it in our sector, then at the end, analysis you're going to get a serious return. Then you get $40 million. Why are we with the other government? They want to say they were cheering government. They did so that see ID card here, even some of the poor ID card we still got it here. It's durable, it's okay. You took the driver license, you took the license plate, you give it to a foreigner. But you still get all put the information now up here, so don't go to the 17 ID card. You take it, you get another foreigner. Where are we?
All right. Thank you, my brother. Where are we heading as a country? Today's caller, good evening. Yeah, my brother, go ahead.
Thank you very much. This is the father of Global Chairman. I'm TOP Willie. I represent Concern Liberation for Justice. I want to say thank you this evening for a certain point of discussion this evening. But one thing I know, every good leader will lead a very enlightening follow. Any leader that keeps their people in or kind of mental ignorance is not a good leader. I was so embarrassed when I heard somebody say, oh yeah, the president is speaking to him. The president said the people will bring it down, they will bring it down. The president spoke to it, but the president didn't act to it. The president action to have taken our GST from 12 to 13 it's what is going on. The direct repercussions that were going on by getting water to 10 others and more to come because when I checked on the website on the LRA, they are telling us that GST is going to 13.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mabon?
I think Mabon is frozen.
If a Mabon is frozen, there should be a problem over there.
Yeah, with the station. Yeah.
This issue about this government always increasing taxes, I can really get it. Why every 3 months they should increase taxes and you continue to talk about giving Liberian business back to Liberianization policy and we see this thing happening. I don't really know this government they can be making mockery out of the Liberian people. I don't really know that when you say one thing and then you are doing another thing. You see, I don't understand. Look, see, the executive, they just get full control of the country. They do whatever they want to do. You're talking about giving Liberia, you're talking about Liberianization policy, giving business back to Liberian. We just saw recently what happened. Joseph Boakai, he took almost $500 million project and gave it to another Sierra Leone company. Why couldn't you give that project to Liberian companies? The moment you tell they say, oh, when you give it to Liberian company, they will not do better, this and that. We saw what happened. Bringing yellow machine in that country. We are used a Liberian company to bring yellow machine to the country. But today, that one they give it to foreigners to bring machines to the country. Today, the machine in Arikozo, Samuka is requesting for another $4 million for the machine to reach to Liberia. And this is why we're telling Mr. Kone, all those corruption that these people are doing, they will not prosecute anybody. It is on the next administration to come. Like George Weah used to say, oh, when we come, we prosecute people. Any administration corrupt. When they came, what did they do? But today, Joseph Boakai said that, oh, we are administration were corrupt. When I come, I will prosecute people. And we see what he's doing today. So the next administration, it is up to them. Like I can even say, Gary, now my continue oversee going to Liberia, I finish pay the shipping line. If there is any problem, they will only tell me your container supposed to be in Liberia so and so time, but due to so and so thing, it will be in Liberia at so and so time. The time has extended. I finish pay them. So whether they continue, whether they get problem, they go to Guinea, they go to Arico, whatsoever, I'm not paying them or send. I finish pay them. All I'm waiting is for my container to get to Liberia. How will you?
I
Yes.
doing the same business. I doing the same business here, and I never advise my people to carry all the cars I sent. When they send a thing, when I buy the cars and send it, I always tell them to go to Guinea. The reason is that the ones that told me to send it to Liberia, they'll call me back. Oh, Mr. Dishi, yeah, well, good. That value was a ticket. That car, yeah, I spent 4,500 US dollars to free it. I say, I advise you. If you are going to Guinea, you're going to pay your 1,500. You drive your car and go to the border. You pay for your custom. You get your car to Liberia, and that'll be less problem. If the ship reach to Liberia, when they do it, the people, the container or the particular car that we will send, and carry it to a particular lot. When your agent say, I told you, say the car in Liberia, they will go and say the car not in Liberia yet. Line to the customer, waiting for that 2 weeks or 1 week to steal money from them again. And these are the kind of pattern and system that they have that is set up for them to get money and mess the economy up. And I mean, mess it up in so many ways that make us confused to even send things directly to Liberia. So what you're talking about, I experienced it and I still experiencing it today.
Yeah, because like now for they continue to be carrying yellow machine to Liberia, wherein they were already paid for, and they go today those yellow machine are in Ivory Coast, and then they are requesting for another $4 million to transport them to Liberia. That's why I can get. So what was the agreement? You see, so I just see that like another form of stealing the Liberian people money. Because if the people to go to Ivory Coast, that's not your fault. You see? So the next administration, they're the one will go after these people for all this kind of broad day stealing that they are carrying on. Like, Waka Unde gave Samuka a position to prepare him for the 2029 senatorial election. That's what he did it for. So
Yeah.
he need to create avenue to save money for himself, because Waka will not be the one to give him money to go run his campaign.
Yeah.
So let's say that if you will pay for a yellow machine to be taken from China to Liberia, and later on they say, oh yeah, because of SYZ the container is carryable, then you requesting for another 4 million. That we will, what time we come, we will know all of these things. The next administration got more to do.
Well, yeah, we are back. Even though we slip up the network, but we're taking a course. Aliu and that of Mr. Dishu and AB. Again, it is interesting, but let's move on. Let's keep discussing. Okay, I think calls keep coming back to back. Let me see. Let me take the call quickly. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, my brother. Thank you for joining us from Buchanan.
Yeah, you know, people, government worker, they posting when they finish with the job soon, and they'll go, so they will delay until that thing. They get plenty of money from inside, but they move from there. The people will continue to see. You 50 poor, they say they will get $4 million for running water. Where? They just say help for the people. They need to put that in the bush, they didn't care for them.
I saw some of the news they featured about some kind of creek, and a creek, the people started drinking. I said, what? In this ancient time, people started drinking from creek. In fact, a dead creek.
After the year, people telling you, some kind of grandmother will say you need clean water.
God.
Will say you need clean water. No, they didn't care for the people. You know, when we are fought for the people, God will give them power, then they go to the devil for another power, then God can work with you. We're not going to get confused at the job, because the problem, when God has given you the job, go back to him and say, Father, thank you. But if you say God thank you to go to the devil for another power, and the devil and God can work together. You know this, neighbor.
Indeed. Thank you, my dear brother. We have a few more minutes, so I think we can wrap things up from our end here. By the grace of God, tomorrow we'll be here. Yeah, but Ali, it is indeed interesting. People are now complaining. Okay, let me assume that maybe the water factory people here and there, but then what happened to our normal water, the more Ali area? Every time, maybe we'll have one day on the entire discussion or maybe the topic about the situation of water Mo Ali, I think you got to now move yourself from the, I don't know what kind of network you own. Every time you're interviewing each other, nothing going on. What you talk is like making mockery. Let me be frank. These things people are doing to our people is like making mockery. You're not doing nothing. You are poorly performing. You go on some of the network, you have your whole time acting like you are discussing, talking, and water is flowing throughout the day, coming 24 hours. Who are talking about water? Nobody going to talk about water. How can we now graduate from that 140, I don't know, 46-inch pipe to finding another alternative? How? How? So every time I tell that pipe start leaking, then the whole entire country pause, or in fact the entire maybe Maserado, they will pause the water business. That's bad. That's not leadership. We are into a serious crisis, Brother Aliu. I think we are into a very, very serious crisis. I don't think in fact, we are almost like all the refugee or the people who are fighting between, the fighting are going between maybe Israel and other, I don't know, has these other group of people, I don't know,
Yes,
Gaza,
Bola.
what kind of, I'm telling you, my brother, because every time you live in a peaceful life like this, but it's like you are into wartime. Where your leaders, they are not finding no remedy. They are just sitting and talking. What are you talking? Well, again, we got to go, Brother Ali, and another Mr. Tissue. I'll see you with all of with the show today as we close up to go home for the day.
Well, I would say thanks to the listening public, and we just come and sacrifice our time to educate the people on the hidden things that is around them, the bad things that we see, and we try to voice it out to give them a better side of thinking deeper of what they're going to do when we talk and what they see that is very obvious of what is happening in Liberia. We're not talking anything strange. We're not criticizing the government to the point that we say that we're against them. No, we're talking things for the government to make this necessary adjustment for the people. The people are suffering. The people are suffering. The basic, one of the basic necessities of life, which is water. You cannot give it to your people. I mean, it is sad. That is the saddest thing, and below the belt to even talk about. Because I don't think at this 21st century we should be talking about water business in Liberia. We should be talking about the computer science, the evolution that is going on. When we're talking about water, when will we ever reach the next step? So we're in a failed step, and hope that what we're seeing here, the government will not take it as criticism, but they will reflect on it and know it's a view of the people, and the people need help. The people need change. So there's my message to them. Good night.
Thank you, Mr. Tissue. Yeah, my dear brother Aliu, I think today you really fire, and that's so interesting and usually like you always do. But we gotta go home.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you,
maybe
Mabel.
tomorrow we'll look into Samuel 12 or maybe Friday, Samuel 12 situation and maybe other issues of the day, and yeah, for the week.
Yeah, thank you,
So go ahead.
Mabel. Yes, even tomorrow we'll look at this Samuel 12 issue. Like for me, I always say it. No matter what our political differences are, Liberia is all we have. Liberia first, Liberia last. And I will not support anybody coming to government to come enrich yourself and leave us into poverty. So be a past government official, present government officials. When you are caught in the web of corruption, you should be prosecuted. So that will be a precedent. That will be a learning curve to other people. Ali Masale go Liberia to work. Oh yes, you director to this ministry. And Johnson Maybon was the director here, but today he in South Beach for 15 years. I will put myself in order. We can't continue doing this all of the time, and we say, oh, the country, the people suffering, the people, our people, like we get Liberians today out of the country that refer to a Liberian back home Look at our poor people then, this and that. You cannot humiliate our people like that. You cannot dehumanize them. That's not good. But again, our leaders, poverty is not natural, it's artificial. Our people put us into poverty. You see? So the last time you're tweeting, we're talking tomorrow, but this issue about liberalization policy, the government can be talking, say, oh, we had to give job to Liberian businesses, we had to empower them. And at the end of the day, you still bringing foreigners to be giving contract that you should be giving to Liberians. Like you said, Mabel, what the essence every night there people going out there for scholarship and thing. What are they learning? So this kind of thing you should be able to ask as to whether you get Liberians out of the country that have the expertise that can come to serve their country in this kind of role. To say, oh yes, instead of giving it. So what is the government telling, or what is the data protection policy that in giving this our biometric to the people? 1.5.3 million people, everybody their biometric coming to be given to an Australian company. What is the data protection policy plan? These are things we expect the Ministry of Information now to come and tell us, because this is concerning now all Liberians are concerned about their data going out, their biometric. But instead, these are things that they're supposed to tell us, but they won't tell us. When you say the government do this, they can't to cause your man. When you say this one, they can't after you. But things that they're supposed to make Liberian, when they are confused, they are embarrassed, what is going on, to come and make it expensive to them, they will not do it. But this is not good. This is a bad precedent. You can be telling about liberalization policy, you're saying one thing and you're doing another thing. Till we can meet again tomorrow. God bless America. God bless Liberia. Be safe out there and have a safe ride home to your family. See you tomorrow.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Brother Aliu. And let me say thank you to all of our viewers, our supporters, those of you always supporting our shows and always following us. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. We see you again on tomorrow by the grace of God. We will be with you to tell you or to inform you about all of the prevailing situations back home, some of the things that are happening, some of the disagreements, some of the politics and politics. You know, like someone just posted and said that politically, the ruling party is gradually losing Monserrato, and I think maybe a few months from now on we'll go more into politics and see as to how.
And maybe this is my question I always asking the people. Because maybe you in Monserrato, maybe I will ask the question when people call, they don't speak to it. Because maybe when you say it, they will say, oh, that may not like the government. Let's forget about all the counties. Monserrato, which is the state capital. What have you really seen that the government had done that had impacted the lives of the people? You are that in Monserrato to say, oh yes, I mean, speak the truth, because I know you buy enough for no political party. What have you really for you to see and say, oh yes?
That's a good question. Well, that's a good question. That's why I said that politically we're going to be doing our own assessments on some of the things. And trust me, any kind of more political party or ruling party, when you lose Monserrato, for you to win elections, you should stand strong. So it's difficult. And if you even if you will lose, don't lose wildly. Like you just said, my brother, most of the tension, most of the frustration around Liberia always coming from the nation capital or from Monserrato. So by the time the people from Monserrato feel disappointed, all part of Liberia, everybody started to go through the same thing. But again, tomorrow,
okay,
I will go more deeper because of time. Thank you so much, my dear brother. Let's see. Tomorrow, by God, we'll go more deeper. Thanks to all of you people. Robert Fasulu, Jacqueline, my dear brother, and friend, we got to talk. I send you a message. Please check up Robert and say hi to me. Thank you.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Monitor people who willing to sell. Blessing that time and that effort are rest. The project is giving the care and the payment from them. So welcome and live with African.
I lyrical
Master.
Play Paris, who make you, I can't ask it if you been you. Say my chenny, Tina can ask my yamu. And yes, I know money, and more I get you. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Masora, Lofa, and Grand Bazaar.
And I didn't ya to money, and I sadia ya to money, and I quantity ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I sadia ya to money, and I quantity ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget na ya to money. That's the TV, and I forget na. Cause you work on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Masora, Lopa, and Grand Bazaar.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and out part of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The flesh, the time, and the efforts are rare. The broadcast we giving are real and the promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lusa, from River Sass, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, Sano to Backbaloo, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.